Welcome back to Shark Month, and it's time to take a look at Shark Attack 2, a vastly inferior version of Jaws 3D, which itself was a very inferior version of Jaws. Because, it was a really crappy sequel. Pretty infamous, for bad sequels. Maybe not as infamous as Highlander 2, The Quickening. But, that's a hard one to top, because that one was like a shot to the heart, man, when I saw that movie. The Immortals are aliens from the planet Zeist. Like, screw you, Highlander 2. I don't care if they've changed it in some of the new cuts. I still remember the whole bit about Zeist, because I watched the VHS tape back in the day. Now you gotta watch it on DVD, right? Because it's hard to find a working VHS tapes. Like, I see them on sale at Goodwill, and I'm just like, most of these have probably started to eat themselves. That's why I had to get, a new copy of Batman starring Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, because the VHS copy we had gone so bad it made noise all the time. And yes, I realize that means I'm not talking about Shark Attack 2. I'm talking about, a tangent about, Batman now all of a sudden, which has absolutely nothing to do with sharks, unless we want to talk about the Batman movie scene with the shark repellent. But let's not go there. I mean, just mentioning it is enough. I mean, if you want to see it, I did do a video on that a while ago, or go just look up the clip involving the shark. It's absolutely hilarious. Jaws, eat your heart out. But yeah, Shark Attack 2 lifts quite a few plot elements from Jaws 3D. I mean, we have a great white that's in an aquarium. I mean, I guess that's slightly different than a sea park, right? But basically the same thing. And then we have the sharks, attack, some surfers at a competition being hosted by the aquarium. So comparable to that whole water skiing scene. Only at least in this film, I guess they have the actual balls to kill some people at the competition. So you get to watch, some people go down and be eaten alive. Albeit the sharks we see seem to be made out of cheap rubber or cardboard or something, so they're not particularly impressive as they're jumping up, teaming up to eat people, 3-on-1. It's not very fair, sharks. Like, why are you hunting in a pack like that? It makes no sense. Especially on such small prey. I mean, you're just getting, mouthfuls, Pick on someone your own size. Or at least go after individual swimmers. I mean, come on. And then we have, the sharks getting blown up at the end of the movie, so we have another comparison to Jaws, obviously. So, yeah. It's not a good movie. The acting is iffy at best, at the best of times. We have people being dubbed over, which was not super obvious for the most part, but sometimes you can definitely catch it. You're like, come on, you couldn't have just let him speak his lines on his own terms. But they really delivered that badly. You had to dub over him. I mean, at least they could have left that in outtakes or something, so I could see if it was really worth the effort to do, a new dub on top of the guy. And then we have, a sex scene and a topless woman on the beach reading a book. Because, we gotta try and exploit, any way we can, even if it means going with the sexy lady factor. So, joy. I mean, I can't be super surprised they went that route, but I mean, come on. Like, there's so many movies that do that. Couldn't you have been a little higher in terms of your standards there? But yeah, I just give Shark Attack 2 a pass. And yes, it does have a very tenuous connection to the first film if you're curious. I mean, the great whites we get in this film are supposedly pups from the sharks that got the hormone and steroid treatments from Dr. Craven in the previous film. But that's the only connection we get, because no one from the previous film returns for this one. Which doesn't surprise me at all. Until next time, then. See ya.